This is a dedicated review that I did not see myself needing to do, but I was compelled to do it, and we're gonna get into it. Today we are talking about Marc Jacobs Daisy, Oh So Intense. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Alberto Maria here. Yes, you can tell by the thumbnails and everything in the intro. We are talking about Marc Jacobs Daisy, Oh So Intense. Now I know you're probably thinking like, wait a minute, I thought we've already talked about Daisy and what have you in other forms. You all, there has been so many flankers of Daisy since the original one, which by the way, the original Marc Jacobs Daisy came out in 2007. And for context, it's 2023. So yeah, original Marc Jacobs Daisy is almost 20 years old. So just for context here, this is a fragrance that when the original came out, it was an instant hit. I know I was one of the people that bought it. It was one of my signature scents when I was in college, and the rest is history. The scents got older and stopped wearing it, of course. As you all know, my fragrance collection and palette does change. I know yours has probably changed as well. And I forgot about Daisy. Then, some kind of way, walking through Ulta one day, this had to be about 6-7 months ago. Let me see what they got going on now with Daisy, right? Because at this point, I don't know how many flankers they have. Decided to smell the Oh So Intense version. I said, interesting. Sprayed it on my skin too as well, let it linger, and I kept getting whiffs of it. I kept inhaling it, and this was a fragrance that stayed on my mind for a very long time. So yeah, you can tell that's why we're here. And yeah, here's the box. Daisy by Marc Jacobs, the Oh So Intense version. But before we get all the way ahead of ourselves, you know what we gotta do? Lipstick of the day, of course. Lipstick of the day today, everyone. Get into it, pre-fall vibes, and this is MAC Soar Lipstick, which is a very mauve-y, definitely more so leaning purple type of lipstick. It'll be in the description box as always, just like everything else I'll talk about will be down there as well. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and I've been missing this one, particularly since we are in the last days of summer, at least in my head anyway. This is from Tiziana Terenzi, and it is Cassiopeia, which you all know I love this one. I've talked about it multiple times on the channel. It also already has a full dedicated review up on the channel, so definitely check that out at your own leisure. But yes, Tiziana Terenzi's Cassiopeia was the fragrance of the day. So now, without further ado, let's get into Marc Jacobs Daisy, Oh So Intense. So as always, when it comes to dedicated reviews of fragrances, I rate fragrances by 4 categories. The first category being a mood, and that is simply, how does this fragrance make me feel? Where do I see myself wearing it? What does it give me? What does it make me feel? We talk about it there. Second is strength, and that's on a scale of 1 to 10. How strong is this fragrance, with 1 being this ain't nothing but water in a pretty bottle, to 10 being this is nuclear juice, I gotta scrub it to get it off. Third category is longevity, and it is how many hours long lasting is this fragrance, because that does matter, especially when we talk about these prices and things. I'm just saying. Then the fourth and final category, which matters to a lot of people, is simply, is this a compliment getting fragrance? And that is a yes or no answer. So now you know how we do things. Let's talk about Marc Jacobs Daisy, Oh So Intense, the specs, that is. Here is the box. If you all recall, elves, I was able to find my box at TJ Maxx, because yes, TJ Maxx can be good for scoring some of your designers, which this was one I was surprised by, because this isn't a old release, this is a fairly recent release. This fragrance came out in 2021, so 2 years, so it's still not old, but it ain't the newest scent either. But either way, I was excited to find it, because of course if it's in TJ Maxx, then it means it's at a discount. But alas, you all, I have to emphasize this is the Oh So Intense version, because currently right now there are at least 5 different flankers of Daisy. I'm so serious right now. As of right now, like, when I think of top of mind, we have Daisy Oh So Fresh, there's a Daisy Paradise, a Daisy Love, we got a Daisy Oh So Sweet, and I think there's also a Daisy Dream too. So you see what I mean? So the Oh So Intense version, because by the way, all of the notes are extremely different for each one, so it matters. All of these scents really could be standalone scents in my opinion, but yeah, let's get back to what we care about, that is the Oh So Intense version. Notes. Okay, notes for this fragrance, you all. We have top notes are pear, strawberry, and bergamot. Then we have heart notes of jasmine, rosebuds, and then honey. And then we have base notes of benzoin, moss, vanilla, and musk. Y'all. And I also have to throw into this fragrance, and as well as the original, is made by my all-time favorite perfumer. If you've been watching me, then you know who that is. That is Alberto Maria, and I love him. I love his creations. Literally, you all of my most repurchased fragrances were made by him. And this was before I even really knew perfumers and who I really liked. When I did research on all my favorite fragrances that, again, I've repurchased the most of, all of them were made by him. For me, he is the GOAT. It's Alberto for me. And by the way, if those of you that are more so interested in his creations, he has his own fragrance line now, and that is Maison Cyr, which I've talked about Maison Cyr here on the channel before. Y'all know I love For Your Love by him. That already has a full dedicated review up as well. Alberto Maria made this one, and y'all, Yeah, I'm just saying it's a yes, it's a yes. But most importantly, let's reacquaint ourselves with the fragrance. And here is the bottle. Here we go right here. I have the 1 ounce size, and let's talk about pricing while we're at it. So it comes currently in 3 sizes, you all. The first size being the 1 ounce size. That again is what I have. And I gotta say this, all of the sizes literally look the same, just in smaller bottles, but you don't have a difference in the flower type, the top and all that, because sometimes fragrances kind of ruin the bottle when it's the smaller size. You get the full presentation no matter what size you get. So kudos to Marc Jacobs for that. So the 1 ounce size, which is a 30 ml, it retails for $90. Then we have the 1.7 ounce size, the 50 ml size, and that one retails for $125. Then you have the Big Daddy size, the 3.4 ounce size, or the 100 ml, and that retails for $160. The good thing about this fragrance is that, like I did, you can catch it at a discount, you can find it, and then there's always type of sales going on, especially as we're about to head into fall, which means holiday sales. But this is one of those scents, and you can use like your Ulta points, Sephora points. This is one of them fragrances I do not recommend purchasing at full price, because again, it's too many sales for that. Just don't do it, and you can find it at this point. It's not brand new. Let's reacquaint ourselves with this handy dandy test strip. And I purchased mine 6 months ago, so I've had a lot of time with this scent. However, like I said, I purchased it back in February. I want to say it was early February, late January, around that time. It was still winter and cold. This scent is not a cold weather scent, because I'm going into the mood of the scent. Absolutely, this is a warm weather scent. So in my opinion, the mood of this fragrance is summer. Hands down, summer. You all, the strawberry and the honey in here, that is the main thing you get to me. Strawberry and honey. And by the way, I've come to realize honey is going to be that scent note that I'm in love with. That's going to be my scent note that takes me into fall. So if y'all see a whole lot of fragrances with a note of honey in it, you heard it here first. That's why, because it's doing something for me. The fruitiness is great, but that honey gives it that sweetness in here that's just Then that benzoin and that moss gives it this airiness that I'm digging. Oh, I like this. I really like this. This is just an easy, effortless reach type of scent. This is a very girly fragrance. Absolutely, this is a feminine scent. Ain't no unisex about it. It is a feminine fragrance. So that's the mood of this scent. Strength of this fragrance, you all, interesting enough. When I first was playing with this scent, I was gonna give it a 6, but here's the thing about this fragrance. On paper, it seems lighter and more airy. On skin, and it's going back to that honey note in it, in my opinion. It's that honey that really warms up on your actual skin, and it gets stronger over time, in my opinion. So for that reason, I give it a 6.5 for strength, because this is one, it does amplify, and I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. Come on, designers. Now let's talk about longevity of this fragrance. So far, we have had wonderful flying color raving review of this scent, but it's the longevity is when we kind of got to dial it back down to reality. We got to come on back down. The longevity of this fragrance is 4 hours, and there's no way around it. I bathe in this scent. You all can see I have a nice dent in here too, where I've really been using it. I bathe in this, and this is one that every time I wear it, about the 4-hour mark, I have to retouch it. I do have to retouch it. There is no way around it. The first time I was like, maybe just one time around, but I've worn it multiple times, more than I can count, and I had to retouch it after that 4-hour mark. So this is a fragrance that, yeah, I love it, but I wish it lasted longer. So is it really an intense fragrance? No, it's not. Now let's talk about compliment getting factor of this fragrance. Is this a compliment getting fragrance, y'all? It is, but this isn't one of those it comes through and everybody know you are that girl type of fragrances. Again, it's easy, effortless, it's an easy reach, it's a girly girl type of scent, it's sweet. And honestly, sweet fragrances are always gonna get some type of compliment, but this is one of those that people be like, oh, you're nice, if they happen to be in your personal bubble. This isn't a loud projecting scent. This one is like right, give us say a foot around you of a scent bubble. This doesn't leave a trail, but this is just one you really gotta wear for you, in my opinion. I would not put this on thinking, ooh, I'm gonna shut it down. This gonna turn heads today. It's not that kind of scent. This is one you gotta wear for you, or maybe so your partner that's in your intimate space, that type of thing, is that kind of scent. So yes, it's a compliment getter, but I'm not gonna say, ooh, this gonna make my most complimented fragrance list at the end of the year. No, I'm not gonna hype it up like that. It's not. This is just one I just enjoy, and I find myself reaching for, even with my extensive collection, including the niche fragrances. Y'all know I love my Bonds, Tizianas, and all that stuff. Niche, I love all that, but this is one I keep gravitating towards, and for that reason, once I'm done with this 1 ounce bottle, I do see myself repurchasing it, and it will be a bigger size bottle next time, because I am really enjoying the scent. It's just easy and it works, and everything doesn't need to be hard, you know? It's one of those type of fragrances. So all in all, that is my thoughts and opinions are Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense. Now, the one thing I would like to request, since clearly they nowhere near done making flankers of Daisy. I mean, we still here, we still keeping it going, almost 20 years strong. This is a fragrance I wish they would make a Oh So Intense but parfum version. Which I know I'm probably asking a lot, but well, designers have been giving us parfum versions and they have been stronger. So they have been giving it, they've been bringing it. If this could be even stronger in a parfum version, it's like a thicker, heavier on the honey type of scent, y'all, I would blind buy it. And that's a shame. Shouldn't encourage blind buying, but I enjoy this scent that much that they made it heavier and thicker. Absolutely, I would even pre-order it. That's how much I like the scent. So this is a personal like for me. Again, this isn't one about making it make other people like it. This is just one I personally enjoy and I want to talk about it today. So again, that is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense. Now you know how I feel about it. Elves, let me know. Have you smelled this fragrance? Do you own it? How did you feel about it? Or were you like, I'm over Daisy, we've been there, done that, I done lost count on the flankers? But if you do feel that way, I highly recommend going into Ulta, Macy's, what have you, and smelling this one, because again, this one is still on counter. Even in 2023, it's not the new release, and there's so many new releases coming out these days. This one is still on counter because I went in my stores this week and it was there. So get your nose on it and test it on your skin. I think you might like it. So as always, if you're digging me, subscribe to the channel. If you're here for the content, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not here for this review, then I guess you don't like Daisy, and okay, that's fine. But I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.